back to our channel. This is Sam and Olga.
Yep.
Back with another video for you guys. I know it's been a while since the last one, but you guys, we've just been crazy busy, but you know, whenever we have the time, we will continue making videos for you guys.
Exactly.
So thank you first of all for everyone who has subscribed, liked our videos, and made comments. It's always very much appreciated.
Always appreciated.
And always acknowledged. So keep all of that stuff coming. In our last video, we started like a two-part series on things that we find either controversial or just plain weird, strange, sad, you know, mostly kind of on the negative side about the other culture. So I was talking about how I found that there's a lack of support amongst Africans, like amongst each other. So if you want to watch the video, I'll leave a link for you guys down below. You can watch the video as well. So today it's actually Sam's turn to share with you guys some things about the Western culture, whether it's German, Russian, Canadian, what have you, that he finds contradictory or weird or something that different, but not necessarily in the positive. There's a lot of positives, but unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, it's more fun to talk about the negatives, right? So anyway, what are some of the things?
So basically, hello guys. Basically, and again, I'm speaking from my own experience. So this is not, you know, something that is, I don't know, proven or whatever. But from what I have experienced so far of all the years I've been in Western world.
Which is how many years?
2 decades now.
2 decades.
So I realized that there's a pattern, there's something, and also regardless of where you go, you know. So I came to Canada, started from Vancouver, and I spent 5 years in Vancouver, and I noticed that when it comes to whites, you know, like especially with kids, they tend to baby kids a lot. They tend to how do I put it, like they kind of shove everything, you know,
like they're a little behind.
Like they try so much to the point where it becomes like the adults rather becomes the kids, and the kids are the ones that are running the show, right? So like from our culture, the kids, you don't run show. Like you know your place as a kid, and that's how you grow, you know. When I came over here in Western world, I realized that it's the other way around. The kids rather run the show. The adults become the little ones, the kids. And
they tend to conform to rather what the kids want, and the tantrums that they pull. And one thing that I noticed, which is a big difference, is that in Africa or in African families, the adults do not negotiate with the children.
No, we don't.
But in Western world, that is what it's all about. Raising kids is all about negotiation. And that is the biggest difference I found.
Honestly, like again, guys, like I'm saying, this is my own experience, and I'm still yet, of all these years I've spent here, I'm still yet to, you know, find a reason or something that really kind of like completes that understanding for me, you know, because you have this, you know, great white people in places like in corporate places, you know, running big shows, like running, you know, businesses, running countries, running everything you can think of. And yet a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old is missing this adult person, like running his or her life like there's no tomorrow. And it fascinates me, like I just cannot comprehend that, you know,
why it's so difficult
like why
to I don't know, to get through and really discipline their kids.
Like you go to workplaces, they're managing, they're managing, they have so many people under them that they manage. They do this, they do that, they do that. But then you're telling me you cannot control a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, or what? Like that, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And to the point where they go, like they get this depression and they have to seek for counseling and they have to seek for this and we, the immigrants, we're like, but this is the easiest of all the trouble that we have to face or we have to solve. This is the easiest. We solve these things by closing our eyes. And it's true. This is not an issue even for us. The issues that we face when we come to Western world, that is something totally different. Like totally beyond. So this is the part on why, my white counterparts that actually it seems to fascinates me, like when I think about it. And it doesn't matter, like I said, from Vancouver all the way to Alberta, Canada, or Edmonton, all the way from Edmonton to now in Germany. Same thing I've been seeing. Same thing. She I watch her friends. I watch friends of ours, have their kids come over, like visiting, socializing, and they come and I watch their kids misbehaving, like totally pulling tantrums, like things that
you won't even expect a child to be doing.
Yeah, like
and you can see the moms, they don't know what to do.
And I watch the parents how they react to some of these things, because the thing is, if you don't start at home whilst they are young and start bringing them the way it should be, or training them the way it should be, what do you call it? Bringing them up the way it should be, the training should go. Then finally, when you go out,
they will expose you,
and they start exposing you.
Yeah,
there's nothing much you can do, because that's whatever they got from home is whatever they are putting out there. So that is, like, I watch them and I see them, like they're so helpless, very helpless, and they don't know what to do, and no matter how they try so hard to talk, this is where they go to the kid and they're trying to negotiate. Please, don't do this. When you do this, that.
Basically playing into the kid, because that is how you basically show the kid that you have given up.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
And they feed off of that, and it makes it just worse.
Yeah. So for me, I realized that it's the control. They are weak on controlling kids, because they think being tough on a kid means you don't love the kid. Being tough on a kid, or you give a stern face or a look, you
just stand your ground.
Yeah,
that's all
just stand your ground. Let a kid know that, hey, you are the adults in the room. You are in control of this.
Yeah,
it
seems hard for most Westerners to do that. Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I'm yet to see something different.
Yeah.
So when we take our kids places and they misbehave, and I quickly discipline them, or I try to let them understand that, hey, you
just
can't
correct
them. They seem to be amazed. Oh wow. Yeah, like this guy, man,
Yeah, I don't even know what most people will be thinking, because like I said, the culture here is not to touch your kids, don't do nothing with your kids, like don't scream, don't yell, nothing, that kind of thing. So when they see us, and even me, I do that when we're even outside, when one of my kids misbehaves and I'm outside, I will talk to them in a way that I would also talk to them at home.
Exactly.
And most of the time they rather feel embarrassed about, oh my goodness, I shouldn't be behaving like this,
Because our kids, they know whatever the way we raise them at home is the same. When they misbehave outside, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So they know we're not playing some double, standards here, where we put on an act when we are home, but then when we get out, we do something different. No, they don't.
No, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Misbehave, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, like, if we're outside, I'm going to be smacking them or something like that,
No.
right? But the point is too, like, I don't know, it depends on the relationship you also have with your kids.
Yeah.
But like our oldest, for example, when we're at home, he always tries to give me a hard time. And I've mentioned it in a previous video as well, that he's always trying to push my buttons. And I am yet, or still, trying to find a way to get through to him that doesn't involve beatings. So, but when we are outside, when we go and visit, or when we just go shopping or anything, that he behaves well.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he has enough conscience and he's smart enough to, or he has enough compassion, let's say, for me, not to embarrass me in public. That he's got that down, and that is worth a lot. What he does at home, yes, it frustrates me, but at least it doesn't go outside. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't embarrass me in public because he knows better.
Majority of the times he does that when I'm not around.
Yeah.
So that's there you go. So when I'm around, she even she gets so surprised how they behave when I'm around, because they know these kids at their ages.
Yeah, there's certain expectations.
Yes, they know the expectations
that are set.
They know the standard that I require of them.
Yeah.
So they know, and they comply to that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do comply to that standards, and it's amazing. So I know for sure that when you exercise that control and authority, but in a loving way, you just cannot watch your kids to just go astray. No, you love them. That's why you correct them. That's why you discipline them, so they become better people.
The point is, being
in
soft,
society.
it does not work.
Being soft
in a lot of cases.
Yeah, like if you see a kid that disrespect, insulting, swearing at adults, and then how do you become soft? Naturally, you're even bound to scream or yell at that kid, because so I don't know whether do you guys don't have that natural instincts where when you are angry or you would say, stop it, or don't do that? Do you always have to, all right, you know what you're doing, you're hurting mommy's heart feelings? I just
That's
can't.
the point. That is exactly what the kid wants to do. He wants to hurt your feelings. Because they want to get something from you.
I just can't.
But honestly, I have to also say, I think because they don't have it in them to be confronting like that with their children, they take it to their workplace.
Okay,
and they start fooling with their coworkers and bringing
that's a whole another
stress to their coworkers and do what they were supposed to do at home.
I mean, let's face it.
But can't do for some reason. But it's still, there's something that needs to come out, so they take it to work.
If your kid, if you're stressed out, one, your kid is not listening to you. And two, you the adult, you feel that you've lost the authority, the control. You've lost it. You don't understand why this kid doesn't listen to you, and you know you can't do anything about it. So obviously, when you come to work, you're still stressed out. You're
subconsciously it's eating you up. You haven't dealt with it. You haven't processed any of it, so you tend to let it out on other people.
You are fuming. So then when you come to work, guess what? Who takes the heat? The next coworker that you happen not to so like, or say something that shouldn't be offensive or not, but then you roll it in that direction, and then guess what?
The thing is, in my opinion, it's one thing to be, I don't know, helpless or not knowing what to do, because oftentimes I too don't know what to do in certain situations with my oldest, but I know that and I admit that. So if he comes and he's offering me suggestions or he's talking to me, I listen and I try to learn from it and implement some of those things. That's one thing, but it's another thing to obviously not know what to do, but still somehow be defensive about it.
That is
and create excuses for the way the child is behaving. Because
that part.
Because that really means you're creating excuses for yourself. Because it's because of your impact or the way you raise your kid is why
Yeah.
he or she is behaving this way. So really you are making excuses for yourself.
Yeah.
And that is where I have a problem, because I have had discussions or incidences with other moms where, for example, they come to visit and let's say they don't particularly like or appreciate what Jermaine might be watching on YouTube because they deem it inappropriate. And they have no problem and don't hesitate to be telling me their mind, even though it's none of their business what I let my child watch. But they still feel that they have something to say about it. They have to say something about it. These kids are protected left, right, and center from everything. I have seen 10-year-olds that have never even seen a clown.
And for
they
real,
get sheltered from everything. So even if they watch a commercial or even something that's not even remotely inappropriate, they get scared or something, and they are not. They don't have any. They don't have any thick skin at all. They have nothing. They are completely. But at the same time, they misbehave with their parents like no tomorrow.
It's very embarrassing.
And so to me, I look at, Jermaine likes watching
clowns or
scary, scary stuff. He's into that. He's from Canada. In Canada, that's the culture. Halloween and all that stuff is big there. So he likes watching makeup tutorials on how to look like Pennywise, right? Or Valak, whatever, But to me, I don't mind, because it also means that he knows that it's not real, it's movies, it's just people that are dressed up, and he understands it. He's not afraid of it. He gets it. He has never had any nightmares. So to me, I'm okay with that. And then these other moms, that is what they would focus on. How can you let your child watch this and this? This is not appropriate. No, this, and if but then their children, they disrespect their parents in public. They don't listen. They don't know how to play with other children. And I'm thinking, really? You have something to say to me about what my child watches, and you can't even control your child's behavior. So, that is when it bothers me.
That is when it bothers,
That really bothers me, when moms have an opinion about how other people raise their children, about things that are completely superficial, in my opinion,
but those
things that don't matter.
Yeah.
And then the things that actually matter, they rather create excuses for it all the time.
But it's true. Those are the parents that seem to always have to have a say in your business. It's like that, But then when you watch them watching their kids misbehave in public, it's very pathetic. It's like they are so helpless. But that's so. Like I said, this is my opinion. This is what my own observation as well, and this is what I've witnessed for years. Doesn't matter which country, which continent, it's the same. So hey guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Put your comments in the comment section. We'd love to know what you think about it. What are some of your experiences being either an immigrant or a native here? How do you raise your kids? What are some of your views? Yeah, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, we'd like to hear. I mean, if you agree or you disagree, whichever way, we'll still would like to know what you think.
I mean, there's no right or wrong here. I mean,
yeah.
This is just what we have experienced and stuff like that. So I'm sure there are some people that share the same view and some people that don't.
No, absolutely,
Yeah.
So feel free.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Even though we might not be uploading, regularly, we do upload as much and as often as we can. So for more videos and stories,
definitely
do subscribe. Okay. All right. So we'll see you hopefully next week.
Until then.
Bis zum nächsten Mal.